Hello! Some of you might be seeing an unexpected video on your YouTube page. If you played FusionFall back when it was online, like 10, 15 years ago, you might remember me. I went by Not Amused. I'm coming back now because I wanted to just try something new and branch out there on top of learning some new software and other things. And I thought I'd give some perspective and just reflect back on my time playing FusionFall and what it was like during different sections of the game. When it first started, later on, and then the free-to-play, and then the closing. And one of the big things that happened during the game was the hacking incidences, which included people hacking money, like also known as taros, in the game. As far as I remember, there were two separate big hacking cases that, as far as I know, that they took community action on. The first one, gosh, I couldn't tell you the timeline, but the first one, made quite a splash, and, it impacted everybody, I think even back then, I was like, yeah, no, I don't have hacked money. Yeah, I had hacked money. I'm pretty sure everyone had hacked money. If you see someone that had, over 10 million in taros, you'd probably assume they have hacked money no matter what. So my experience with the hacked money was that, one, I never did hack, but two, I know that there were several instances of people like just giving me money straight hand, whatnot. And, throughout those instances, you don't want to say you have hacked money, otherwise you become, you have unsought attention onto you from, people behind the scenes, and you don't want to risk your account being banned, that sort of stuff like that. So, like I said, I think the first time someone gave me hacked taros, it was just completely out of the blue, someone I did not know. And then the second time, which I can't recall which one made a bigger impact on the community, but I want to say the second incident was when the game was sort of starting to be in a free fall, which is that, the community directors from FusionFall sort of taken a step back. They weren't on the forums as much. They weren't giving us as many updates on the game. And then I just, it was just kind of chaos during the second hacking event. I know from this amount of money you see here that, I, bought some stuff that, I probably shouldn't have been able to afford back then. But as you all know, some of this stuff, mainly these Sapphire Angel shoes, were impossible to actually obtain. And, I think it was kind of widely believed that the drop rate for these shoes was kind of just unbelievable. So, a lot of this stuff, I can't remember what I grinded for. I can't remember what people gave to me in trades. I can't remember what people gave to me in discounted trades. I can't remember what people gave me or what I grinded for. But I want to say there is at least a handful of stuff that was given to me for cheap that I did not grind for at all. And I want to say the Sapphire Angel shoes are up there for sure. A lot of this stuff wasn't that hard to obtain, and, once you grind for it, you commit to it, and once you're a kid, you just kind of, take the good with the bad with the game and whatnot. So, yeah. Yeah. I wish I documented more of this stuff back then, because I think it would have been really interesting to have more insight and perspective on like the hacking and money situation back then. But yeah, I think I made this video back when I was kind of the show off in the game. Like why on earth did I show this vault? This doesn't really have that. This just has basic stuff in it, pretty much. I think there was a guitar that was also very hard to find. Maybe it was this one. I think this guitar and this red rifle and perhaps the Sapphire Angel shirt as well was just some of the hardest things to grind for in the game. Yeah. I just kind of wanted to make this, as I said, reflect back on the time I had with the game. I want to do more of these in the future. I want them to be better organized. But for now, I just wanted to check in, try my hand at something new. If anybody has any questions, I would love to answer any questions about the game. But for now, I'm going to take off, probably analyze other people's content at some point, analyze my very low quality content at one other point. But, thanks for checking it out if you're here. Yeah. Well, until next time, I hope all of you have a good night.